The second one we'll go for is venture financing. So these are the variables which we have. So there's a venture financing case study we are taking. So where you have date, you have sector, you have type, year of date, average amount, funding amount, and number of deals. So I have the date of the financed when I was given the money, which sector was it, biotechnology, e-commerce, retail, what type of money it was the first set of money, the second set of money, the final set of money, or so on and so forth. Year, average size, funding amount, and number of deals. So what I did, I tried to create a dashboard which looked something like this. Oh, sorry, this. Let's see. What is this I'm trying to create? Anybody? So what I'm trying to understand from this dashboard. So can somebody help me with this? Anybody? What I'm trying to gain from this? Yes. Where to invest? That is a nice answer. What else? Yes, risk, high and low financing, right? ROI from startup, right? Which sector get a lot of money, right? Let me see something more interesting. So I'll do is I'll open the actual Tableau files. This is second file here. Where not to invest? Very interesting. Let's see. So I'll show you the data set again for your. So please, picture this data. This is a very small data set. For all those who told that how big should the data, it's a very small data set, and we'll try to play with it. And we'll come here. So what I did is I tried finding out. So I took year on my one axis. The color represent the group. So what are the group? Biotech, hardware, industry, software. So these are the groups. So I want to see the group properly. So, okay. So are you able to see the group on the side? No. Right. So these are, so if you can see here, I'll just pull it. So these are my groups, biotech. How does the color represent which group or which sector did I invest my money in? Okay. Okay. The size represent number of deals, not the amount of deals. How many deals? So it will tell me how many deals, right? Okay. And the trend. So the trend is financing amount. So this is the amount. So my one axis gives me the amount of money. The color gives me the sector I invested in, and the thickness of the line tells me the number of deals, right? So the number of deal is 2,199. Average funding amount is $1 billion, and gives me the year, right? So what can I play with it? Can I do something more with it? So I double. So just a second, right? So what I do is I try double clicking here and see what happens. So will I be able to do something with this? Can I go forward with it? Let's see. So if I click on here, it will break into quarters and so, but this is not my aim right now. So this is one simple graph showing me 3 to 4 information: amount funded, which sector, and number of deals. That is one thing. So what I did, I changed this a bit. So I made year on one axis. I made the funding amount on one axis. I made it an area chart, right? Similar thing. Now what I did, I gave it a pattern, or basically I created a band wherein I say that this is my .com bubble era. So during .com bubble, where the sector which got maximum funding. So, and I annotated all this, right? So these are annotations. This is one band I created, and it says from quarter 1 1998 to quarter 4 1999 was your .com bubble. So you see there's a steep rise in the amount of funding or the funding amount, and there's a fall because the dot-com bubble bursted here, and there's a steep fall here, and then it fizzled out and so on and so forth, right? The third sheet shows me something interesting. The third sheet shows that with number of deal increasing, does the funding size increase? Yes. So for few sectors like others, for software, with number of deal increasing, the funding amount increased also. But for few sectors, like say this the blue one, it does not impact more. So with number of deal increasing, what has been my funding amount? And I made a simple dashboard. So this dashboard shows me a lot of things. So this gives me a lot of idea. And this is highly interactive. So how this is interactive, we'll just see. Okay. So I have my color here, which is which sectors you're talking about. I have the number of deals here, which talks about thickness. So this will tell me the line, it represents my line chart. It shows me how my bubble chart talks about. It talk, you know, you see, I'm seeing almost all kind of money right now. First sequence, second sequence. You can choose any. I can only take so first sequence and see how the market changes. You can take year, so you have the option of talking on year. So, oh, what happened here? Let's see. So there's something happening here. So what I'm changing the year. So the moment I'm changing the year, everything is changing. So it's showing me annual data, right? Right. So we'll try to see something more. So this is all. So I'll try to play with it right now. Let's see how can we play with it right now. These are the sector. If you want to see a particular sector, you can choose one particular sector. So for example, I am only interested in biotech. So this is how biotech behaves. So the fall was very less, but let me talk about, let me see something called software. So do I have software? Yes, I have software. So when I clicked on software, it's only for software, right? So that is, and again, I told you can change your date. So I want to see software for a particular period and so on and so forth. You can do all this, right? Okay, so I was planning something interesting. Let me see if I have it here. All right, I have it here. So I take date and do something. I take date and put it in pages. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, so this is automatic. This is an animation going on. This is a trend animation going on, right? So for example, let it reach somewhere, then I'll try to show something more. Right. So I don't want for all, I just want to see software. How does this behave? So what I want, I will make it a bit fast, and I want to see how does software trends. So this is how software trend. So this is a proper animation which you can have. So this is a back animation, and you can drop trend lines and everything else. So that is one additional thing which I wanted to show you here. Right. So that's the second data, second Tableau file which I wanted to show. Now I'll close a couple of Tableau file, because otherwise the system will go slow. Okay. I'll not save anything. Right. So that was for my venture capital thing, and this is my venture capital dashboard. So this is one more chart what I wanted to show, trend analysis versus, so I did a unemployment thing, total population, unemployed population and workforce, change in population over time, change in unemployment rate over time, and so on and so forth. So this is an extension of the last chart. This is one again. So profit deviation. So why I wanted to show this actually, that in Tableau you can directly calculate something called, So you can Tableau and directly calculate something called calculated fields. You can create variables here and do calculation and post it on the Tableau. So that is once I wanted to show you. So I go to deviation, right? So I've created a variable which is called, just a second, I'll just show it to you. Right. So I've created a variable on the fly which is called profit deviation. So this is a formula which I've used. Total profit minus budget profit by sum of profit would give me profit deviation. Similarly, I've created one more variable, profit minus budget profit, to give me profit deviation, total deviation, and I've used this two to make this chart. So what I wanted to show here was you can create direct variables here and do it. So how do you do it? Simple. Create calculated field and do your calculations here, and you can do as advanced as thing possible. You can even write R codes here directly and post your output, push your output here. So this was the reason I wanted to show this chart to you. This is again trend analysis, multiple trend analysis at one go. So it gives me moving average, running sum of sales, and moving average. So that is one again thing which I wanted to show. Okay, so there's one crime data set which I wanted to show it to you, and then so I'll do it fast bit. So this is a Chicago crime database freely available on net. I took that database and tried to understand which areas of Chicago shows which kind of crime, and so on and so and one more. So this is a trend of crime which I'll trying to show. So here I'm trying to see the kind of crime. So I'll just so I'll keep one. I'll remove one, and these are very heavy Excel sheet. So this is again showing me the types of crime. So this does not make sense. So I'll put it at color. So it shows me by color which all areas have which kind of crime. So assault is very high. So what I'll try to do, I'll remove assault once and see what happens. So it's okay. And what you can do is I can click on couple of these and so I can click on say top 5 and it's like, okay, these are high, so I can group them together. So I find that, okay, these are one kind of crime, these are not two kind of crime, so club them together. So maybe type 1 crime or type 2 crime and so on and so forth. So I have clubbed them together. So again you can do one. So I'll try to club one more set. So you can again club them together. So I'll try to club say few more. So again group. You can do it based on logic. We'll take this data set in details in our class and try to understand what we are trying to do. I'm just trying to show what all are possible here. So these are the things which you can do in Tableau. I wanted to show you Node. I wanted to show you Node Excel also. So this Node Excel is basically more of a networking stuff where you can play around. This is an Enron database. Basically, when Enron scandal happened, who emailed whom, and we wanted to find out. So this you see this red lines when I'm going forward. So who emailed whom, and we'll try to find out who are the main culprit in the Enron scandal. So this was an email which we can use, and a lot of things. So you can change the way it looks, and a lot of things which you can do. We can change the thickness, we can change the size, we can change the color to represent various things. We can understand, we can import our Facebook information here directly. So I can go to my Node Excel here and import my Facebook data. So I can import my Twitter, YouTube, Flickr, Facebook, and even LinkedIn data out here and make network charts. Understand who are the key people in my network, how is my network broken into different pieces. I can cluster them, I can group them. So you can group them together based on cluster, motive, vertex attribute. You can change the edge weight, size, even there are a lot of things which you can do. So the time is running. So there are a lot of questions today. So I'm not able to, show everything to you. So, you can do a lot of stuff here. And we'll take this as my last 2 sessions in my class.